Hi everyone, welcome to NetGate Chemistry. So today also we are going to solve some of the previous year questions of polymer chemistry which are being asked in the CSIR NET exams. So the first question which we are going to discuss says that the polydispersed polymer sample has 10 molecules of molar mass 20,000 grams per mole and 15 molecules of molar mass 10,000 grams per mole. The number average molar mass in gram per mole of the sample is. So basically we have to find out the value of Mn. So what we have been given is that we have been given the values of Ni and Mi. So for 10 molecules the molar mass is 20,000 grams per mole, and for 15 molecules the molar mass is 10,000 grams per mole. This is the basic information given to us. Now we have to find out the value of Mn. So we know the formula of Mn, which is sigma Ni Mi upon sigma Ni. Here there are two types of molecules, so the formula reduces to N1 M1 plus N2 M2 upon N1 plus N2. Now we just have to put the values. Value of N1 is 10, N2 is 15, M1 is 20,000 and M2 is 10,000. So simply putting the values, N1 is 10 multiplied by 20,000 plus 15 multiplied by 10,000 whole divided by 10 plus 15. If you solve this, you are simply going to get 14,000 gram per mole. So this is going to be the answer, which is 14,000 grams per mole. So this is the first question. So now we'll move on to the second question. So the next question says that during the addition polymerization, the reaction proceeds via step growth process, free radical chain reaction, cascade process, or addition reaction. So this question was asked in June 2012. So if you look at the polymerization process, then this polymerization could be happening because of the addition reactions or the condensation reactions, right? Polymerization can occur either through addition or through the condensation processes. In case of addition processes, there is no loss of molecules during the reactions, and in condensation process there is loss of smaller molecules like water. So addition polymerization, it proceeds via free radical mechanism. This you have to learn, that addition polymerization always proceeds via free radical mechanism, and also in case of addition polymerization there is no loss of molecules during the process, and in case of condensation there is loss of small molecules like water, right? So this is about the second question. With this we'll move on to the next question. So the next question says that a polymer sample has following composition. A number of molecules are given here and their corresponding molecular weights are given here, and we have to find out the polydispersity index of the polymer. So we know the formula for polydispersity index, that is MW divided by MN, right? This is the formula for polydispersity index. Now the formula for MW is sigma Ni Mi square upon sigma Ni Mi, and the formula for Mn is sigma Ni Mi upon sigma Ni. So these are the basically three formulas. Using these formulas we are going to find out the polydispersity index. Now if you want to find out the polydispersity index in case of this sample, then what you have to do is divide Mw by Mn. So it will be sigma Ni Mi square upon sigma Ni Mi. This is Mw divided by Mn. Sigma Ni Mi upon sigma Ni. So in order to find out the polydispersity index, what I have done is I have simply substituted the values of Mw and Mn here and here. This whole is the value of Mw and this whole is the value of Mn. Now what we have to do is we have to reduce this formula according to this question. Here three types of molecules and their corresponding three molecular weights are given. So what is going to happen here is that this formula will reduce to N1 M1 square plus N2 M2 square plus N3 M3 square divided by N1 M1 plus N2 M2 plus N3 M3 up to 3, because there are three types of molecules. So that's why instead of this value of Mw we have reduced it to this, right? Now in the denominator we will be having the value of Mn but in reduced form according to this question. So it will be N1 M1 plus N2 M2 plus N3 M3 divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3. So now we have substituted the values of Mw and Mn according to this question. We have reduced this formula to this formula. Now we simply have to substitute the values of N1, N2, N3 and M1, M2, M3. This will be the value of N1, this will be N2, this will be N3, this will be M1, this is M2 and this is M3. We have to substitute these values here. So what we are going to get is 10 into 1000 square plus 50 into 2000 square plus 40 into 4000 square divided by 10 into 1000 plus 50 into 2000 plus 40 into 4000. This was for this numerator, that is Mw. This is for Mw divided by Mn, that will be 10 into 1000 plus 50 into 2000 plus 40 into 4000 divided by 10 plus 50 plus 40. So now when you are going to solve this, you are going to get 850 divided by 729. Okay, when you are going to solve all of this, I hope you can do this calculation by yourself. So after calculating, you will get the value as 850 divided by 729, which is going to match with option C. So for this question, the correct option is option C. So far we have discussed three questions, right? So for this question, what you need to know is the formula for polydispersity index, and one more thing, that the value of PDI, we found that it was equals to Mw divided by Mn. But if in a question we have been given that the value of polydispersity index was calculated to be 1, then in that case what happens, the value of Mw becomes equals to Mn. For PDI equals to 1, Mw becomes equal to Mn. N, and in then that case what happens, the solution or the sample, that is going to be homogeneous in nature. Right, so you can star mark this. When value of PDI equals to 1, then value of MW equals to value of MN, and in that case the solution is homogeneous in nature. So this is all about this question. So far that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.